She told me about the wine tour while she stood at the hallway mirror, adjusting her lipstick. Not mine. A shade I never saw her wear around me. Her voice was light. Too light. "Babe, they already booked it weeks ago. I totally forgot it's our anniversary weekend. Can we just reschedule?" She didn't even turn to look at me. The air felt wrong, like the pause before a storm touches the ground. My phone buzzed in my pocket at the same moment she spoke. A notification. Her location. A place she'd never mentioned before. A vineyard 2 towns over. Last weekend. The same one she now forgot she visited. My pulse didn't rise. I've trained myself to stay still when the ground cracks beneath me. She kept talking, explaining, brushing off our plans as something flexible, movable, optional, as if our anniversary were a misplaced appointment. The mirror in front of her reflected everything: her smile, her indifference, the ease with which she demoted our day to an inconvenience. I watched her reflection, not her. People tell the truth in mirrors. "Sure," I finally said. My voice sounded foreign even to me. "No need to reschedule what no longer exists." She froze. Mascara wand suspended. Her eyes met mine through the glass. But I didn't stay long enough to hear her response. Some endings begin quietly. Some begin with a single sentence that erases the life you thought you had. Mine began with hers. I left the house before her questions could reach me, before the panic could twist her voice into something performative. When betrayal enters a room, it doesn't announce itself. It slips behind your ribs, sits there, and waits for you to notice the weight. I noticed weeks ago. The late-night messages, the sudden team outings, the shift in how she hugged me. Not closer, but careful, as if distance could hide the scent of someone else. Her phone had started living face down. Her smiles had become rehearsed. Her guilt tried to act like exhaustion. But the location alert, that was new. She must have forgotten she once shared it with me. People forget the lies they build. They never forget the truth they're hiding from. The vineyard she visited had a private lodge. I remembered because she once joked about wanting to get lost somewhere quiet. She just forgot to mention she tested that fantasy with someone else. Still, assumptions are dangerous. I don't move on assumptions. I move on facts, cold ones. So I replayed the little moments in my mind as I drove aimlessly. Her constant smiling at her phone. The way she'd breathe in before speaking, like she was choosing the least incriminating version of a sentence. The wine bottle she brought home last weekend. The label from the same vineyard she claimed she hadn't visited in ages. Betrayal isn't loud. It's patient. I didn't confront her then. I needed clarity, not chaos. Answers, not dramatics. But when she asked to reschedule our anniversary, for something her friends supposedly planned last minute, something inside me aligned. The pieces fit. The outline sharpened. She had chosen her escape long before I chose mine. The next few days were quiet, deliberately quiet. I observed, measured, collected. I checked our shared accounts, her transactions, her emails, not obsessively, just methodically, like someone auditing a company that already knows it's bankrupt. The lodge reservation had been under a different name, a man's, but her card was charged for the wine tasting upgrade. I didn't feel heat in my chest, just a cold certainty settling into place. I pulled the phone records next. Late-night calls to an unknown number. 10 minutes, 20, 45. Love had a schedule. So did betrayal. I ordered a full breakdown of our cell tower logs. Legal, accessible, simple. She'd never notice. While waiting for the results, I started removing myself from the house. Not dramatically, not all at once, just relocating pieces of my existence. My clothes, my important documents, the wedding album she never opened anymore. I boxed them quietly, letting the silence of each room swallow the echoes of what used to be ours. She grew strangely cheerful. People get lighter when they think their secrets are safe. She'd call me at work, text me little things, trying to keep the illusion alive. But her guilt was clumsy, her affection rehearsed. 2 days before the wine tour, the final file came in. Cell tower data, location overlays, time-stamped entries. Everything placed her exactly where I already knew she'd been, with him, repeatedly. And the man, married. 2 kids, a perfect alibi in her mind. I didn't react, not yet. Revenge is only meaningful when the truth is irrefutable and the betrayer has no prepared expression left to wear. So I waited. Let her pack her bags, let her believe in her little girl's trip, let her smile at me like she wasn't already gone. Her wine tour wasn't the event, it was the stage, and I was setting the lights. The night before she left, I handed her an envelope. Plain, unaddressed, silently offered. She looked confused, then curious, then terrified. Inside were the printouts, tower logs, call durations, location history, the lodge reservation, the vineyard charges. All aligned, all hers. Her throat tightened. I watched it happen like a slow-motion collapse. Where did you get this?" Her voice cracked at the edges. "I didn't get it," I said softly. "I confirmed it." She stepped back like I'd hit her. Funny how the truth hurts more than any weapon. "I can explain." "You can," I said. "You won't. I'm done listening." She started crying, reaching for me, babbling fragments of excuses, stories she hadn't rehearsed well enough. I felt nothing. Not anger, not grief, just release. And the strangest thing, she realized too late that the calm in my eyes meant something irreversible. When she left for her tour, she looked broken already. Not because I confronted her, because she saw I wasn't fighting. People expect screaming. They're not prepared for silence. While she sipped wine with her friends, acting like she still had a life to return to, I finished my part. I moved out entirely, left nothing behind except the keys on the counter. No yelling, no scene, just absence. The house looked peaceful without her lies breathing in it. Before leaving, I scheduled a single text message to her phone, timed for the moment her tour ended. "Happy last anniversary." 7 words, enough to collapse her world. When she came home to an empty house, she called. 10 times, then 11. I didn't answer. Control feels different when you've earned it. Quiet, clean, final. She sent voice notes, sobbing, apologizing, bargaining. But when someone chooses someone else repeatedly, their apologies are just noise. I blocked the number. Not out of anger, out of self-respect. The next morning I woke in a different home. A smaller one, a quieter one. Peace sounds strange when you haven't heard it in years. I poured coffee, sat by the window, listened to nothing. No explanations needed, no lies left to rearrange. Some endings are violent. Mine was surgical. I didn't lose her. I lost the illusion of her, a much lighter thing to bury. And as I took my first real breath in months, I understood something simple. Betrayal doesn't break you. It frees you from what was already broken. I didn't text her again. Didn't check her socials. Didn't wonder what she was doing with the rubble of her life. That wasn't my world anymore. I had already walked out of it. And I never look back at fires I chose not to put out.